Here are some problems on addition of like fractions. So first is 1 by 18 plus 10 by 18. Okay, so clearly it's a like fraction as the denominators are the same. So if you remember, the first step is always take out the denominator, that is your denominator will be your 18, right? The next step is to add the numerators. So 1 plus 10 divided by 18, and this will give you 11 by 18, and this is your answer. In the next one, you have 1 by 4 plus 0 by 4. So again, the first step will be to write the denominator of the fraction that you will get, and then the second step is to add the numerators by 4. This will give you 1 by 4. 1 plus 0 is actually 1. Another way to look at this one is actually what? If you see, look at this 0 by 4. When you divide 0 by any number, a can be any arbitrary number. A is in some arbitrary number. A is any number other than 0. Other than 0. It should not be equal to 0. A should not be equal to 0. If a is not equal to 0, and if it is any number or integer, whether positive or negative, this fraction will always give you the result of this fraction will be always 0. Okay, like in this case we have 0 divided by 4, then this will be actually equal to 0. It means what? It means that you are actually adding 1 by 4 plus 0. When you add anything to 0, you always get back that number only. So if you add 1 by 4 plus to 0, you'll get back 1 by 4 only. So this is one way, right? Another way, and this was the first way in which you can do. There is a traditional way of solving. So both these are correct, right? In the next one, we have 1 by 1 plus 1. Now, the simple way, like if it is 1, you can think it of as 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1. If there is any number, you can always write it as a by 1. If it is 13, you can always write it as 13 by 1. Why? Because if you put in denominator, if you put 1, you'll always get, if you solve this fraction, you always get the same number. Like if this is 1 and this is 13, so if you'll divide it, you will get 13 only, right? So this is the answer of this fraction. Therefore this is a number, so we can write any number like this. Even if it is 0, you can write it as 0 by 1. Okay, so 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1. Now if you solve it through the way of taking the denominators and whatever we have discussed till now, so the first one is to write the denominator, that is 1, and the next step is to add the numerator and the numerators. So 1 plus 1 by 1, that is what it will give you 2. Another way to look at this one is, if you can see that this is 1 by 1, so I told you that you can write any number as a by 1. So a by 1 means what? A. So 1 by 1 means what? 1, right? If a by 1 means a, 1 by 1 means 1. So 1 plus 1 is what? 2. So this is another way to solve the problem. Okay. This is 0 by 1 plus 1. Again, 2 steps, 2 ways to solve. First is what? Write it as 0 by 1 plus 1 by 1. Why we are writing it as 1 by 1? To make it look like a like fraction. Okay, these two are then will be like fractions. So if you go by this way, then the denominator of these like fractions is 1, The second step will be to add the numerators. So 0 plus 1, and this is 1. You'll get what? 1 by 1. Therefore, 1. Okay. Another way, as I told you, 0 divided by a, where a should not be equal to 0, this will always be 0. So you have 1 which is not equal to 0, so 0 divided by any number will give you 0. Now 0 plus 1 what? It means that it is actually 1. So the answer is 1. This is another way to solve this problem.